Ever thought of how important chairs are in our day-to-day lives? They bear the weight of the owner for the entire day during work hours. Chairs help the owner to do their work comfortably while sitting, and sometimes chairs can even be used to rest peacefully, right? Ever wondered, what if there's someone living inside your chair, and you're sitting on that chair every day for work, not realizing that there's a person underneath you? Sounds very creepy and weird, right? That's what happens in the story, Human Chair. There's a well-known writer in a city. Her name is Hayama Yuzuho. One shiny day, she was passing by a furniture store, and she realizes that she really needs a new chair. Her old chair is not good enough while working, and it often causes her back pain. She goes into the store and looks for someone to ask about it. Soon enough, a guy approaches her and asks her if she needs anything. Hayama tells him that she is a writer in Tokyo, and she really needs a new chair to ease her back pain. The guy, who is the owner of the store, asks her if she's looking for a specific type of chair. Hayama says no, she just stopped by while passing through the street. He implies that the choice of a chair really matters a lot, and it can even change one's life. Hayama gets confused. Like, how can a chair change someone's life? The guy offers her to have a look at a chair, which was hidden inside a room due to its significance. The store guy shows her the chair which had a major impact in a writer's life in the past. He asks her if she ever heard about the writer Togawa Yoshiko. She says no, she has never heard of her. Now, he starts the tale of Togawa Yoshiko, a very famous author in Taisho era. And it goes like this. Togawa Yoshiko was a very famous writer and wife of the Minister of Foreign Affairs and a stunning woman of fame and fortune. She received a ton of letters from her fans every single day, and she reads all of them. One day, Yoshiko received an intriguing manuscript. There was no title and it was left anonymous. The manuscript was very detailed and unbelievably well written. It contained the story of an ugly carpenter's fantasy of hiding himself in the chairs he made, and he described everything about his life inside the chair. It was initially a part of a normal household, but soon enough, it was sold to an official, and the carpenter who was hiding inside the chair fell in love with the officer's wife. Because the manuscript was written to her, it seemed exactly like a confession letter, completely dedicated to her. Yoshiko was horrified with the letter, but later, she received another letter saying that the manuscript about the carpenter was completely made up. Yoshiko felt relieved. But that was just the beginning of the story. The novels in the town written by different authors were rated by the people, and surprisingly, Yoshiko's novel was second this time. She used to be the first every time, but this time, it's different. It's the same manuscript about the ugly carpenter about hiding in chairs, overtook her novel, and it was rated highest by the people. The reporter also mentions that the identity of author who wrote the story, Human Chair, is still unknown and they're trying to find him. Togawa Yoshiko started getting suspicious about the chair that she has in her writing room which she bought recently. Coincidentally, the chair mentioned in the story and the chair she bought recently were bought from the same place. Like, how strange is it? One night, Yoshiko heard some strange noises and she realized that someone else is inside their house. She and her husband went into her study room and looked if someone is there. Soon enough, Yoshiko saw a strange figure popping out of the chair. She screamed and asked her servants to cut the chair open to see who's inside. Her husband said that it's an expensive chair. He said he can prove that there's nothing serious about the chair. He started hitting the chair so hard, but nothing happens. So they leave. One day, Yoshiko's husband left for a trip. The same day, she received a letter from the same anonymous person. She opened it, and she got terrified after reading the letter. It says that he's been so lonely because Yoshiko's not sitting on her armchair lately, And he mentioned that it was so painful when her husband hit him cruelly, and her husband is too much. He said that her husband is just jealous of her career. Besides, he reminded her that her armchair is an essential item for her work. And you know what's even more creepy? He also mentioned something in the letter that goes like,
"Your body can't live without mine, and my body can't live without yours. I hope to enjoy the day when you and I can become one."
She screamed after reading the letter and tore it immediately. Next day, Yoshiko's husband arrived home from a tiring workday, and he sat on her armchair, which was in the study room. Soon enough, the guy inside the chair kills her husband by stabbing him from behind. Yoshiko's husband is dead. She reported the murder to the police. When the chair was torn and inspected, police found out some traces of a person living inside the chair. But the guy was not inside it. Soon enough, Yoshiko got traumatized by the events and people found out that she went missing. People had some suspicions that she was the culprit. But police knew the truth and they seized the armchair, and its location now is unknown. Maybe its chair's existence was indeed a critical factor in her creations. Coming back to the present, Hayama Yuzuho asks the store guy if it's the same chair. He says it's not. But he opens up the chair in front of her and shows it. Can you guess what's inside it? The bodies of the ugly carpenter and the author Yoshiko are stored inside the chair. Hayama screams after looking at it. The store guy says this is how they ended up together, and this represents their eternal love. And he also reveals a shocking truth to Hayama Yuzuho. He said that the tradition of making such chairs was passed down from generations to generations, and can you believe what he said next? He's also a descendant of that carpenter. The store guy recognized Hayama Yuzuho when she entered the store, and he soon fell in love with her because he was a huge fan of her work from so long. Hayama gets scared and runs away from the store. Few days passed by. Ever since she found out about the past, Hayama couldn't focus on her work, and her chair was causing her trouble. She was resting on her table, and someone rang the doorbell. You can't imagine what happened next. It's so spooky. Can you guess? She received a chair from the same furniture store which she visited a few days ago, but she never ordered for the chair. And what happened next is unimaginable. The chair was bulging out as if someone was inside it. And the someone was none other than the same store guy she spoke to. This is a tradition passed down in Carpenter's family from generations to generations, and it's a never-ending loop. Junji Ito's The Human Chair is a horror manga story that was originally written by Adagawa Ranpo in 1925 and later adapted by Ito in 1996. The tale is renowned for its unsettling atmosphere and psychological horror elements, as well as Ito's signature grotesque imagery. It's one of many works in Ito's extensive portfolio that have cemented his reputation as a master of horror manga. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.